confused, cause even when the prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best stuff from Jan up. 25 to life in the gas tank. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phone, they can hear.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first NFL carry for Rashad Penny. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Let's go, in out, let's go. We got 3, brother, we got 3. 95.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the second round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
95.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Able to power through. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Keenum now to throw. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. It's a big play. Keenum to Thomas. And even 50 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a first down throw. Keenum, incomplete. Devontae Booker, the man he was trying to get it to. And now it's 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Keenum. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
On first down, it's Keenum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, these Seahawks heading out here on offense. Let's talk about last year. One to forget, Charles, in the Pacific Northwest. 7-9, a seat on the couch in January for these players, and that broke a streak of 5 straight seasons of double-digit victories and a playoff berth.
And I think they lost their identity a little bit along the way. On offense, they've always been a run-first team, established a line of scrimmage, and bludgeon people. They didn't have that at all. Their offense ran through Russell Wilson, and he was magical, led the league in touchdown passes, but they are at their best when they're able to run the ball first and take control. On defense, age caught up with them. The Legion of Boom, no longer the same, and many of those guys will not be with the team in 2018. They will be starting over, but they have a smile on their face. I think this is a challenge that their head coach Pete Carroll relishes, and they look forward to being the underdog in the NFC West.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get it. 14, run it. One foot.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Right, 3-15. Come on, that.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. These Broncos coming off 2 years of not making the playoffs after winning Super Bowl 50. And last year in Vance Joseph's first season, they went 5-11, had an 8-game losing streak. Now, look, the defense remained elite. But the quarterback carousel, the general lack of offensive production really led to a disappointing 2017.
And in order for them to reverse that, they've got to continue to play to their strength, which is their defense. And they did that by drafting Bradley Chubb at number 5 overall, the defensive end out of North Carolina State. Gives them extra pass rushers. But on offense, they made a peace offering to their defense by signing Case Keenum at quarterback. That should calm down that position and open up possibilities on the offensive side of the ball.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Keenum now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Second and 10. Keenum here again. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Play action. Now it's Keenum. And he's got Hireman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. 3rd and short. It's Booker. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running again, and again it's Booker. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Keenum throwing on second. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Throwing on first down is Keenum. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Keenum. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Again, Keenum. And avoids the contact by sliding. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On second down, here's Keenum. And his throw here's incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up at an offset eye. Booker on 3rd and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body, but Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick. But that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you can kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Baldwin with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On first down, Wilson being chased out left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's go. Big jumbo. Hang out. Bam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Let's go.
On first down, Keenum. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Very left, very left. Here goes the high.
Keenum now on first down. Flush to his right. Out of the backfield, this is Devontae Booker. Devontae Booker. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Devontae Booker, 70 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
19. Zebra. Hey, over here.
They go play action here on first down. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A handoff to Penny. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Check 50.
They'll try to run for it with Penny. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On first down, Keenum sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Sanders here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Tempo.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Gotta go. Let's go. Touch 50.
Penny, a first down carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Penny. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal.
Run it.
Penny will try to punch it in. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was a statement stop right there. Now it forces the opposing head coach to answer this question. What do you do on 4th down?
And Janikowski bangs it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone, as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means...
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Still fighting. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Here's Wilson to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner in there to sack him for a loss of 6. 22. Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Out to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a first down throw. Keenum flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Keenum will try again on second down. This one complete to Troy Fumagalli. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Keenum now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Down. Hey, you got three. Three down.
Booker on first down. Finding room to the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Devontae Booker, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now come the Seahawks. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
But Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And the Seahawks on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Check 50, check 50.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Let's go. Tempo, baby, let's go to work, come on. Hey, E, check 51, check 51.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. Finding room inside the 40. A solid stiff arm. 34 yards there and a first down.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball.
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, all the way down at the 21-yard line. Here's Carson. He's to the 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski now for the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos.
Hey, let's go. Hey, orange. Jam.
On first down, it's Keenum. They'll roll him out right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. Going left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Keenum now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Keenum. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baldwin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The pitch goes to Penny. And he's got some space here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Come on, tempo, tempo.
They'll toss it to Penny. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Fresh off the pick six. Here's Keenan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Wilson wants to throw it. And that is incomplete here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Second and 10 now. Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it.